Chris Sewall here, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. Welcome, everyone. A lot of you probably already know this story. A lot of YouTubers have put out some really detailed videos about it, and a lot of major news networks have picked it up at this point. But I was not planning on putting out a video this week or weekend, but yeah, I wanted to do my part to help. There was a major theft at the Dallas Card Show last weekend. Somebody walked off with roughly $2 million worth of cards. I've seen estimates saying it was 1.5 million. Some say it was 2 million. Others saying it was more than 2 million. But regardless, it was a lot of valuable cards. The dealer got robbed is known as Ash or Jay. He goes by Day Sports Cards on Instagram. I don't know him personally. I've actually bought a few things from him at various card shows, sort of minor transactions, but they were always positive. Jeremy Donson actually does know him quite well. They set up, at the Dallas Card Show regularly, and he knows him and has actually done quite a bit of business with him and says he's a fantastic guy. One of the truly great vintage dealers in the hobby. He's been around for decades, and by all accounts on social media, all the comments from people who actually know him and have done business with him say, this is truly one of the good dealers in the hobby. So I'm just going to quickly run through what happened and then talk about ways that we can all help. So the theft happened at the end of the day of one of the days of the Dallas Card Show. You can see here a lot of the dealers have already packed up and left. Still a few people sort of walking around the aisles, but the burglary, it was a four-man crew. I mean, I guess I should say alleged and all this stuff, but this video evidence is pretty clear, at least it appears to be. There were three people working the booth at the time. The three people highlighted in red, those are employees of the company, and the four-man crew, the burglars or the criminals here, alleged criminals, were the four that the arrows are pointing to here. Now you're going to see the man in the white shirt walk down the center aisle, and this is clearly a very targeted theft. Like, they knew exactly what case they were targeting, and by all witnesses' accounts, it appears that they had sort of been casing out the booth as this was a well thought out plan. So you can see at this point, two of the crew members are distracting the employees, and the third, who just walked down the aisle, has come to distract the third employee so that the fourth crew member is sort of free to walk in and take whatever he likes. And that's essentially exactly how it plays out. At this point here, all three employees are fully distracted. They're all looking away from the center of the booth, looking at one of the other crew members, and the fourth crew member has a free path to walk right in and steal the Zion case, which again had clearly been predetermined ahead of time which one to target. The other three crew members, give it a few more seconds and finish up their conversations with the employees. And at some point, it's clear that the thief is going to get away without anybody saying anything. So they wrap it up and they leave as well shortly after. And they all go their separate directions. And, I don't know what happens next. I assume they all leave the building and meet up somewhere after. I don't know how long it took the employees to notice that the case was missing. So it probably was not right away. So, that gave them a little more time to get away as well. So there's quite a bit of security footage of the four crew members, and I'm just going to show some of the photos here. But there's a lot more, and if you were at the Dallas Card Show and you recognize any of these people, or if you know anything about any of this, or if maybe you were taking video for your own YouTube channel or something, and maybe you have some loose footage you can go back and look at and see if you can identify any of these people, I encourage you to do so. I'll include some contact information for all that at the end. Here were some of the cards that were stolen. I don't think there's better photos than this, so it's sort of hard to make out like serial numbers and things like that, and specific details on some of the cards. But you can see a lot of high dollar cards. There were 52 mantles and pre-war stuff, Babe Ruths, and again, roughly $2 million in value, all in the one Zion case that was taken. Here's 5 Hank Aaron rookies, and again, a lot more pre-war stuff. A lot of just mantles and really, really valuable vintage baseball cards. Everything graded by, it looks like, PSA and SGC. And of course, if you see any of these cards, or if you are looking at a collection that suspiciously looks a lot like these, of course, contact the people. Again, I'll leave that info at the end. And Day Sports Cards has offered a reward of up to $70,000. Or I don't know how the reward works, but $70,000 towards the for information leading towards the return of the cards. Yeah, and there's his contact info down at the bottom, or his phone number. And again, you can contact him on Instagram at Day Sports Cards if you have any information about it. But that's it. I truly hope that these cards somehow get returned, and that people get prosecuted appropriately. But yeah, until next time, be good to each other, and yeah, have a good one. Thanks, everyone.